What's going on? Adam Storch here, top real estate agent. On this week's of real estate news, we are going to talk about an article that just came out in the Orange County paper about bubble watch index. And what that means is them thinking a housing market is in a bubble. Well, crazy to think the Inland Empire is ranked 4th in the United States right now and thinking that there's going to be a housing bubble. Currently right now in the paper it says that pricing is right at 512 versus actual value of 460. We have a map of the United States, and it's funny when you look at it, what areas they're showing that are going to be in a bubble and which areas they're saying that it isn't. If you look at the map, currently right now you have Orange County and Inland Empire in very bubbly, in the Inland Empire and somewhat of a bubble in Orange County. But if we want to look at the places that are showing green, and that is Seattle, Portland, New York, Miami, Chicago, right? Isn't that kind of interesting that all the non-bubbly areas are the major cities that are people leaving? Remember last week's video, we talked about how there's over 4 million people that have moved to the Inland Empire in the last year. So are we seeing a bubble in the Inland Empire, or are we just seeing a shift in value? Something I've been thinking about the last few days after this has come out, maybe we're finally seeing that the overvalue of LA and Orange County and living close in major cities like New York and Chicago and Seattle and Portland, places like that where you used to have to live close to your work, now that you're commuting or not have to commute and not have to work in the office, then there's just no reason to live out there. And so something I was talking to a client yesterday about was that it's like, holy crap, someone just bought that house for 750 grand. Well, in our minds, in our market of living in Riverside my whole life, like that seems like a crazy number. But is it crazy of a number if you're coming from LA or places like that where 750 grand gets you a small little box in the hood compared to what you can buy out in the Riverside and Inland Empire? The question we'll be seeing moving forward in this next year or two is that, are we in a bubble or are we just really in a shift in value? I think that we're gonna see prices drop in the major cities, obviously, of all the crazy things that have been happening in the last year or so, and now shifting out to the Inland Empire where people can get more bang for our bucks. Just because we think 750,000 is a lot of money, people that are used to paying 1.1, 1.5, 1.7, 2 million think it's a steal. So I think it's just new buyers coming into our market that are increasing the value. Do I think we're in a bubble? No, because I think we're in such a shortage of houses. That's what's really driving the price up. But I definitely would think that if rates shoot up at all and or we finally catch up on our housing, that maybe prices will flatten out. But that's something for us to see in the future. Honestly, even though we're saying that we're in a massive bubble, it's just interesting to see that major cities are not in a bubble because everyone's leaving, prices are going down, and places like the Inland Empire, Nashville, Austin, San Antonio, places like that where a lot of people are flocking to are now being a bubble because supply and demand. They're having a massive supply of buyers coming in the market. No inventory like we're seeing throughout the United States is gonna drive up price, and that's what's causing that information. Hopefully this video has helped. Until next time, guys, peace.